Welcome once again. Recently, I shared with you the so-called leak or revelation of Edochie concerning May's success. And I read the comments. I saw what everyone said. Well, this is what it is. This is what it is. Now, we are going to look into the latest that dropped on our desk. This one is coming from an associate of Judy Austin. She decided to share one or two things about what am I going to call this now? Because the other time it was Sarah Martins that had that was in this wicked enterprise. But this one, she is not really into wickedness like Judy Austin. She's actually a woman who wants to be in between these diabolic practices. I think it is called spiritualism, or is it okay? Let me break it down so you understand what I'm trying to say without appearing offensive to people who have such beliefs. Let me break it down. You know, there are babalawos, DBS, marabu. If you are from the south of Africa, I'm sure you know what they call muti. In the west of Africa, it is called juju. In Europe, in America, among Caucasians, it's called charm, amulet, and all of that. Now, there are native doctors, as they are called. They realize that people do not come to them anymore for spiritual assistance like that. Like, people do not want to associate with them publicly. So they devised and modernized their package by putting on shirt and trousers. Some put on some garment. It could be white with red and all of that. They are called spiritualists. When you see them, or when they talk, or when you interact with them, they include in Jesus' name, they include Christianity and shamanism. Christianity and diabolic practices. It's called shamanism. That's what it is called. Shamanism. They include both together and they make it appear to you who is not deep, or those who are coming from idol worship and all of that diabolic practices. They make it appealing to you if you don't want to be too diabolic, if you don't want to be too Christian. And at times, some people don't even know the difference between it. They just say he's a prophet. They call themselves prophet, prophetess, Eli, prophets, prophetess, Rasta, prophet. They give them, in fact, some of them even call themselves prophetess Grace, prophetess Henry, prophetess Jacob. They come with this, but when you look deeper into their practices and what they tell you, you realize that they simply modernize. It's not different from the marabu, native doctor, dibia, babalawo that you visit, what they tell you to do. So this is a type of prophet that Judy Austin's friend has. She has this prophet that she goes to visit. Now, she introduced this one to Judy Austin. Yeah, she introduced. Now, I've read comments. Some people say it's not possible for Judy Austin to visit a dibia, babalawo, marabu, a spiritualist, because she is from the waters. And I'm like, people do not even understand how the spiritual realm works. It has level, keda. That someone is a spiritualist does not mean he or she is lower than maybe like Judy Austin. There are some spiritual activity that requires a higher frequency, and they often will meet with someone that they know is a specialist in such a field. So don't think that these people do not. They do visit, like, you know what, I want us to join forces together. I think you have this energy working for you. Please, can you help me do this one? Can you help me do that one? That is how it works. It just like how, you see, the spiritual world is also shaped like the physical world, sort of, where you have specialist in this. Oh, this person is a Toyota mechanic. This one Honda, Mercedes. This one is Japanese. They have that specialty too. So don't think, oh, the spiritual can do everything everywhere. No, they have different realms also. They have rules and regulation. So back to what I'm saying. But before I proceed, like and share this video, tap on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. It's very important. Turn it on. For those who have subscribed to this channel, for those who are returning subscriber, I say a very big thank you to you. For those who have tapped on the thanks button, I say a very big thank you to you also. May God replenish your pocket. So this lady introduced, our own prophet, actually a spiritualist, to Judy Austin. And both of them got together, discussed on what they needed to do. And what is this about? It started at the beginning. You see, she knows that if she is to press too much, she could lose your Edochie. And when I say lose, I mean like RIP. And she does not want to. There is something that she needed to achieve. So if she's to press with her own, like go to her kingdom and do some too much pressure, the pressure could crack. So they needed to go through a different route. Now, this spiritualist told her, according to her friend, because she was there too, when, you take someone somewhere, you want to be around to eavesdrop, to listen to whatever it is that is being discussed. So the discussion and what was told to Judy Austin was that you need to have some of the private materials or private belongings of your Edochie, such as underwear, singlet, and stuff like that. We need this to do what you want us to do. I'm going to give you some few incantation and some stuff that you're going to do, since you're also a spiritual person. All you have to do is to have it and call on his name, call on his name several times. And what is the purpose of this one? And the purpose of it is to recondition your Edochie once is the railing. There are times that your Edochie act and talk like he's regaining himself back again. And it needs to be tied back. It needs to be, I have always said this, that it's not like your Edochie is innocent and he fell into the hands of Delilah. No, not at all. Your Edochie is not innocent. He's not innocent. But Judy Austin knows, she's aware of a lot of things. She can view certain things also. So she knows that if this guy becomes too rich, if this guy becomes too successful, if this guy is able to achieve and attain, he will just sweep me off the same way he did to me. So we have to curtail, we have to manage the circumference, the circle that is to operating. We have to put a circle around. That is the purpose. It's like an insurance. That is the purpose of the tie-up and the spiritual whatever. And don't forget also, they compete among themselves. So she is also careful that other ladies in her kingdom or outside of her kingdom or related to her kingdom do not hijack your Edochie. Not because your Edochie is so rich, but just to pepper each other, like, I can do it, not because I want it. I can take this off you, not because I want it, not because it's useful to me, but to show you. The purpose is show of power, to show you that I am higher than you in our kingdom. That kind of thing. So they do these things too. So that's why she is careful about what she takes to her kingdom also now. So she did the rituals, what she was told to do, and that's how, back and forth. Now, the purpose of this is this. I'll tell you, so you get to where I'm going to. Edochie wanted to investigate back then. When he got into whatever it is I got into, he never knew that they were going to take Kambi. He never knew they were going to take Kambi. When you go meet these people and they say, don't worry, we are going to give you fame, power, that blah, 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 money, they do not tell you the exact that will be taken from you, off you. No, they don't tell you that. They manipulate you, they make you believe. And Edochie, he has been in the industry for a while. He does movie. He knows what and that. But his greed was too much for him. So when Kambi was taken, he didn't know that this is what is going to happen. This is how it's going to happen like this. He wanted to investigate. He wanted to dig deep, like, okay, let's investigate. Have you not observed that when Kambi Chuku passed away, there was no autopsy? Or did you hear that May or Edochie took their son for an autopsy? If your child just fall without any underlying health issues, not as if they said, this boy has sickle cell. No, not at all. It's not as if they said, oh, he's suffering from this. The boy just fell. Did you hear that they took the child for autopsy to find out what happened? Is there any report on Edochie's page or me? No. When he wanted, that was when Judy Austin did what she needed to do on him to make sure that this does not come to light. Sarah Martins gave us hint about this one back then, that she called Edochie, and Sarah Martins was listening into the conversation, and she started repeating those incantations and said to him, my Pekus is expecting you. These are part of the rituals. And Edochie left the investigation, left everything that concerns his son, ran back to Enugu for Pekus. Is it possible? Is it normal for a man to lose his son and the next thing is to run back because you miss Pekus? Does it make sense? No, not at all. No, not at all. Well, when Edochie was kind of not happy within himself again, the next step that Judy Austin did was to now connect that prophet to Edochie, like, prophet, you have to do something. I've done what I need to do. Yes, it worked, but this man is regaining himself back sometimes here and there, and I don't want him to invest. I don't want anything. Please let us know how to arrange the story. And that is where the story of May is the one that tried to attack Yul, Judy Austin, and Star DK. And the arrow that she fired now backfired on Kambi Chuku. But the truth of the matter, the reality of it, from what we got to know, from what we heard, is that that child was actually used on behalf of Edochie's greed, political career that has not even kickstarted till today. That is what it was used for. He said it himself. He wrote it himself, that you people are now saying that I'm the one that is responsible and behind the RIP of my son. He said it himself. Now, all through this journey, Edochie had the opportunity of coming in contact with a prophetess. If you've been on this channel, you probably must have heard from the prophetess. She spoke at length how she contacted Edochie. She got blocked. She contacted Edochie again to avert this RIP, to tell him, look, you will get to where you need to get to, but do not leave your spouse, do not leave your wife. Listen to me. Do this, do this. If not, your end will be disastrous. You will run mad. You will have mental issues. You will have stroke. Be careful, man, because that is the end. They will not take you out immediately, because if they do, it will be suspicious. Be careful, man. Be careful, man. Be careful before you get deep into this covenant, into this. But you know that Judy Austin was the one that was blocking that prophetess continuously. Continuously. The prophetess spoke. This is not him. The prophetess spoke about it right in front of a church member. This is not a Facebook prophetess sitting down in the corner of a room saying, thus says the Lord, God told me. She's a prophetess. Life and direct in Anambra there. She spoke right in front of her congregation that this is what, and she brought out the WhatsApp chat. She brought everything out. So guys, I don't know what you think about this one. What do you think? Even Gislova spoke about this prophet that works for or works with. She works with Judy Austin. She has since hidden that prophet. both of them are into what they are doing, but the face of this prophet will be released. For now, we don't want to put it out like this yet. They will definitely eat their own flesh and drink their own blood. See you in the next update.